Okay everybody, this is Fernando from WARMAG LLC. We're going to be testing this helmet again, the M88 CL helmet with laser ammunition, 9mm, 115 grain, full metal jacket. We're going to do 12 shots and check it a few times as we go for a tolerance test from 1.5 meters. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take a look real quick. So far, there's no penetration. A little crack where the screw was. Okay. I'll go ahead and continue. 1.5 yards. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Take a look. Okay. So we got a crack there. But that was at about the 12th shot, if I'm not mistaken. Take a look. Okay. We had some penetration there. Okay, so now we're going to try 158 grain jacketed soft points from 357 Magnum from Winchester. Putting them in a snub nose 357 because that's all I have, unfortunately. I'd like to try with a bigger barrel, or longer I mean. But we'll do with what we got. I'm going to shoot it 5 times, check it, and then shoot 5 again. From 1.5 meters. Okay. 2, 3. Check it. So we got 3 shots in the same, just about the same spot. 2 hit the same spot, 1 hit up there. No penetration. Okay. 4, 5. Take a look. Still no penetration. Good. I felt like it was going to. So, another 5. Jacketed soft points. From 1.5 meters. 6, 7, 8. Let's see. Still no penetration. 9. I don't know if that's okay. So 9 shots. We have penetration right there. Alright, that's still pretty good. Okay, now we're going to test the front with 357 Magnum Hornady rounds. What I got loaded in here. We're going to see how many it can tolerate on the front. Okay. All right. 1, 2. Bad first shot. 3, 4, 5. Take a look. So we're doing pretty good. You could tell by looking at the helmet too that it's taking the hits pretty good, so you wouldn't have that much blunt trauma. The back face deformation would already be ridiculous on a Kevlar helmet, and there would be penetration as well by now. Okay, another 5 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, I'm surprised it's taken them all so far. Okay, so that's 10 rounds so far. 357 Magnum Hornadies. Let's go ahead and load up 5 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more Hornady 357 Magnum rounds. Okay. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh. Okay, finally busted through on the 15th shot. Still very impressed. It didn't look like it went through his head. Okay, we're going to do the 9mm full metal jacket 115 grain laser ammo test one more time, because I realized that I put a bullet through his cheek, so that wasn't all 12 rounds. So, like I said, I'm always going to be honest to everybody. So, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, wrong magazine. That's just my 3rd backup. So we're using these here. That's what I got loaded inside. So 2 magazines just in case I get more than 12. So there we go. From 1.5 meters. 2, 3, 4, 5. Quick check. No penetration yet. Move it a little bit. So I'm a little low left. Okay. Make sure I'm lined up so you can see. Alright. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a look. Okay. No cracks yet. One hit a little low. Okay. Eleven, 12. Actually got no penetration there yet. Just full of shots so far. But with one that hit a little bit low, so I'm going to go ahead and not count that one. But here's 12 more. Let's see where we get with this. 13, 14, 15, 16. Nothing yet. I already busted the strap when I shot it by accident on the first video, or the first attempt. Take a quick look. Still no penetration. Once again, surprising me. Didn't expect to go this far. Okay, finally got penetration. That was the second to last shot. So There we go. So that was 23 rounds that it tolerated before we finally broke through. Okay, minus the one that hit a little low, let's say 22, but that's still ridiculously high. Alright, well, thanks for watching my videos, and hope you're pretty impressed, as impressed as I am with these helmets. And I'm selling them at a low cost, like I tell everybody, for a good reason, because I don't believe in trying to rip people off, and not that people are getting ripped off by other helmet sellers, but I want to make armor affordable for all Americans for high performance body armor. Thank you.
Okay, so to summarize everything that happened, I did manage to blow off all the chin strap screws, as you all saw. On the left side of the helmet, about the 10th shot of 9mm ammo had penetrated, and I had a measurement about max back face deformation depth of approximately 11.2 millimeters, which I've got as 0.44 inches. And on the back of the helmet, the 23rd shot penetrated of 9mm ammo, and with a measured max back face deformation depth of about 15.7 millimeters or 0.62 inches. So I believe the back took a lot more because it's got less bends in the steel. So if you would imagine less stress, the sides, the ear components, those extra bends to form it are only going to cause more stress in steel. So I can see the structural integrity being a little higher or less stressed on the back of the helmet than the sides, and explain that that's the reason why it took so many more shots to blow a hole through it. Now, as for the 357 ammo, there are two types were used. A Winchester 158 grain jacketed soft point on the right side of the helmet, and Hornady critical duty Flexlock ammo 135 grain on the front side of the helmet. So on the right side of the helmet, at about the 9th shot of 357 jacketed soft point ammo had penetrated. There I got a maximum back face deformation depth of approximately 12.5 millimeters or 0.49 inches. On the front side of the helmet, at the 15th shot of Hornady 357 ammo had penetrated, where I've got a maximum back face deformation depth of about 14.7 millimeters or 0.58 inches. And one thing I'd like to remind you all is that there's two pad sizes that I use on these helmets. One's a 0.4 inch pad size, as advertised as 0.4 inches, but it's actually a 0.48 actual thickness measurement, and the other size is 3/4 inch pads. They're advertised as 3/4 inch pads, but the actual thickness is 0.8 to 0.9 inches. So another thing worth noting is that the dummy didn't experience any major whiplash, if you would have noticed on all the shots from the bullet impacts. And that's also something to consider, because on other helmets I've seen, it does throw the head back pretty hard on other helmet types again. So with my thought process, that would create like a stun effect, kind of like if you get punched in the head pretty hard, it's going to stun you and or knock you out. So that's something to think about, and the reason why there's so little whiplash, if you will, or knockback on that helmet is because of the properties of steel against the bullet projectile itself, retaining a lot of that kinetic energy when it bounces back and in the pieces of spall. So it's a trade-off really, between a Kevlar or PE helmet absorbing all the energy in zero spall versus some spall and less energy getting transferred to the helmet and into your head ultimately. So okay, so if you look at the dummy pictures on the neck and shoulder areas, you can see all that spall damage. There's quite a bit of spall damage, and that rubber on that dummy is a lot tougher than a person's skin. I did put a really big slice into the neck, the left side of the neck, which was kind of like it just made me picture an artery getting sliced open. So it wasn't real pretty. But all that spall, remember that it's not coming from just one single bullet impact. That's the 23 plus shots I put into the back sides and the Magnum ammo into that helmet. So that's where all that spall came from, not just from a single bullet. But still, that's not to say that you're not going to get injuries on the neck or shoulder areas from that spall. So the good news is on the front, a lot of that spall looks like it's deflected from that visor on the helmet. So that's good news because I didn't see any damage in the eyes or front of the face. The cheeks, again, the neck and the shoulders. So it makes me think I'm going to go ahead. I did search on Google and look at other companies' neck protection that they got out there for spall and whatnot. And the prices were just obnoxious. I wouldn't buy it. I would just rather slap on some leather coverings or some, I don't know, really heavy jacket, really heavy shirt or something. Or just make sure I got, shoulder armor on. I don't know. But long story short, it just made me think, so I'll be at some point making a mix between 50-50 comfort and protection on the shoulders and back of the neck area. That's not going to look hideous. And it's also not going to be extremely uncomfortable, choking you out and making you sweat like crazy either. So that'll be a little project for the future, hopefully short term. But other than that, that's all I got. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook or X, and there'll be more to come. Thank you.